Hey there, have you ever thought about whether or not your birthday is important? If you were born at certain times, I might tell you that you are one of the chosen ones. Today, we'll talk about deep spiritual thoughts that could mean that God has a plan for your life. Stay tuned as we talk more about this fascinating subject that could change the way you see yourself in your relationship with God. Have you ever thought about what your birthday means? A lot of people are interested in this question. It's possible that your birthday has a greater meaning that fits with God's carefully thought out plan. Today, we're going to learn more about this fascinating subject and find spiritual lessons that could point to a higher calling for people born on certain dates. Throughout history, many people have felt a calling or that their lives were made for something bigger. You might be one of the chosen ones if you've ever felt like you didn't fit in. Questions have arisen about my meaning, prompting me, like many of you, to seek answers in my faith. Through this journey, I've learned that our birth times have deep spiritual meanings, and I can't wait to share these with you. We'll talk about biblical roots, share personal stories, and give you steps you can take right away to follow your calling. Whether you're seeking confirmation of your path or direction, this journey aims to inspire and uplift you. To understand the spiritual meaning of birth times, you need to study what Jesus taught. Jesus often told stories called parables to get to the heart of spiritual truths and show us how God's kingdom works. A deep truth is that nothing in our lives is a coincidence. God carefully plans everything, including the date of our birth. Luke 15 gives an example of the story of the lost sheep. Jesus told this story to show that God cares about each person, and that each person has their own worth and purpose. In the same way, our birthdays are an example of this special attention to detail. When we understand what Jesus taught, we can see that our lives and even our birthdays may be signs of God's calling. Several passages in the Bible stress the idea of divine purpose and care for the little things. Luke 12:7 affirms, "Yes, even the hairs on your head count. Do not be scared, you are worth more than many sparrows." This verse tells us that God knows us very well and has a very clear plan for our lives. The Bible verse Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart." This verse makes a point of saying that God had plans for us before we were born. These kinds of Bible verses help us understand that our birth dates are not a chance but part of God's plan for our lives. But to understand what birth dates mean, you need to know about the history and culture of the time of the Bible. In ancient Israel, numbers and times had profound meanings. Religious holidays, farming cycles, and significant historical events closely aligned with the Hebrew calendar. People saw all of these as signs of God's will and time. For instance, God both predicted and perfectly carried out the birth of Jesus. According to Micah 5:2, the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. This happened just as the Bible said it would. The date of Jesus' birth, December 25th, also known as Christmas, carries spiritual significance. It represents light coming into the world when it is darkest. In the Bible, the number 7 often stands for completion and excellence. God made the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th. This is a theme that shows up many times in the Bible. The emphasis on specific numbers and times demonstrates the precise and planned nature of God's timing. Knowing about these past events helps us see how our birth dates fit into God's big plan. Just like certain dates marked important events in the Bible, the time we came into the world is part of God's big story. Realizing this helps us understand how important our lives and the times in which we were born are to God. Let's examine some birth dates more closely, which many believe to have divine significance. These times frequently link to significant Bible events and carry profound spiritual significance. Spiritual leaders and theologians have long believed that certain dates are signs of a divine calling that comes with spiritual gifts, leadership, and important parts of God's plan. If you were born on one of these dates, God may have chosen you for something special. Let's look into these times and what they mean to find the divine plan behind them. People often perceive those born on January 1st as natural leaders. This date stands for fresh starts and new beginnings. It marks the start of a new year. People born on this day often have a strong drive and can motivate others. They feel called to lead and guide others to new boundaries, and that drives their lives. In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth, says Genesis 1:1. Just like this is the beginning of God's creation, people born on January 1st often start new things and make big changes. I met a woman born on January 1st who really wanted to help people. She started a charity that has helped a lot of people because she thought her birthday would always remind her of her goal to make the world a better place. People often associate the 3rd of March with mental insight and creativity. People born on this date are believed to possess a deep connection with their inner selves and the capacity to heal others both physically and mentally. And people often place them in positions where they can utilize their talents to aid in healing and transformation. Look at Exodus 3, where Moses sees the bush on fire. The lives of people born on this date often include deep spiritual insights that guide them along their paths, just like this moment of divine revelation and calling. A man born on March 3rd talked about how he became a famous artist. Seeing his art, shaped by his faith and guided by a higher force, particularly on his birthday, brought immense relief to many. May 5th is a day of kindness and favor from God. People born on this day are believed to be extremely lucky and receive numerous gifts from God. There are moments in their lives when God intervenes and performs extraordinary actions that alter their path. In Psalm 5, it says, "Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield." This verse says it all about people born on May 5th. They often feel God's hand protecting and leading them. I remember hearing about a woman who was born on May 5th and lived through an accident that could have killed her. She thought that God's kindness saved her, and she has spent the rest of her life telling others about her faith and helping them find it. On July 7th, the number 7 symbolizes perfection and spiritual rebirth. It is thought that people born on this date are always trying to become more spiritually aware and enlightened. Jobs that teach, guide, and educate others often attract them. In 120, it says, "The mystery of the 7 stars that you saw in my right hand and of the 7 golden lampstands, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands are the 7 churches." The number 7 often represents completion in cosmic order. From a very young age, a pastor born on July 7th felt a strong call to serve others. His lessons have heightened many people's spiritual awareness, and he frequently discusses how God perfectly planned and perfected his life's path. The 9th of September is associated with knowledge and the realization of God's plan. People born on this date often have a lot of wisdom and understanding. People see them as people who finish things off and help others see how final and useful God's plans are. Genesis 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." People born on September 9th tend to be wise and aware of the changing seasons of life. A man born on this date went on to be a renowned life coach. He used his knowledge to help other people through major life changes and find meaning and fulfillment in their journeys. Around the world, people celebrate December 25th as Christmas Day. Miracles, divine love, and suffering are associated with this day. People often perceive those born on this date as loving and caring. They have a strong sense of purpose in making other people happy, and their lives are full of acts of kindness and giving. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life." This verse talks about the final act of love and sacrifice, which is a lot like the traits that people born on this important date often have. One woman born on December 25th spent her whole life as a missionary, showing love and kindness to people in faraway areas. Through her kindness and the happiness she brought to others, she embodied the essence of Christmas, ensuring that people enjoyed it every day. Over the course of my trip, I've met many people born on important dates whose unique stories, callings, and purposes show how God has touched their lives. Personal stories like these make people even more sure that their birth dates are important and show how God planned and called them. These examples help us understand how our own birthdays fit into God's meticulous plan and inspire us to have faith in the fulfillment of our individual goals. These people's stories make us want to see and celebrate the divine meaning of our own birth dates. If you connect with your birth date's traits and spiritual meanings, see it as a sign from God that you are here to do what you were born to do. Know that God has a special plan for you as you follow your calling with faith and confidence. God may have given you a special gift by giving you a birthday. This could be a reminder of the unique part you play in his big plan. Don't forget that you're not going through this trip by yourself. Gather with other people who share your faith, ask for help through prayer, and let the light of God's love show you the way. Accepting your divine purpose can give you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, as well as help you live your life in accordance with God's detailed plan. It is important to build a group of faith and support as we look into the spiritual meaning of birth dates. Putting your birthday in the comments isn't just a relaxing thing to do. It's a way for us to connect and help each other along this amazing trip. Share this video with someone you think would find this message important. Make this a place where religious people can come together and support one another. It's important that we help each other along this road of faith. When we work together, we can encourage and support each other and confidently follow our own callings. After discussing what your birth date means, let's discuss how to follow your calling. First, ask God to confirm your thoughts in prayer. Ask God to show you your path and tell you what you're supposed to do. Second, read the Bible all the way through. The Bible contains wisdom and direction that can help you understand and accept your divine mission. Third, participate in a faith-based group. Spend time with people who share your values and can support, encourage, and guide you. Fourth, do something. Using your unique skills and gifts, find ways to help others and follow your calling. Don't forget that embracing your divine purpose is a process. Every step you take gets you closer to God's plan for your life. Prayer is a powerful way to find your divine meaning and understand it. You can talk to God through prayer and ask for direction, knowledge, and confirmation of your calling. Make it a daily habit to pray and ask God to guide and be with you. When you are feeling confused or unsure, prayer can help you understand and feel better. Have faith that God hears your prayers and will show you the way to reach your goal. The Bible is full of wise words and instructions that can help you understand God's will for your life. Read the Bible all the way through, paying attention to parts that speak to your heart and show you the way. Read and think about texts that show how God planned and designed your life. Reading the Bible can help you figure out your unique calling and give you comfort and peace as you go on your spiritual journey. The Bible's words can help you find your way and make your faith stronger. Getting involved in a faith group can help you embrace your divine purpose by providing support and encouragement. Surround yourself with people who share your faith and morals who can help you and give you support. Engage in activities that align with your faith, participate in study groups, and lend a hand to those in your community. Getting to know people well in your faith group can help you stay grounded and on track with your spiritual journey. To embrace your divine calling, you have to do something. Using your unique skills and gifts, find ways to help others and follow your calling. Find ways to make the world a better place, whether it's through personal projects, work, or community service. Don't forget that every move you make gets you closer to God's plan for your life. Have faith in His guidance, confirm your purpose, and allow your deeds to reveal the divine intent behind your creation. Thank you for joining me as I explore spiritual thoughts and God's plan. If this video moved you, please like, share, and follow for more videos about faith and spirituality. We need to keep encouraging and helping each other as we go through this faith journey together. Until then, enjoy your day and keep in mind your selection.